This is how we hunt mushrooms in Utah. If you want to get the mushrooms, you gotta hike around when it's snowing in the mountains. And it's very cold. But there are mushrooms everywhere. And they're calling to you. They want you to find them. Even if you have to cross dangerous rivers when it's snowing. This is what happens when you hide morel mushrooms in Utah under bark for 3 weeks. Some of the other mushrooms went too far. They got too moist. These leopard slugs like to eat them. But out of 5 that I hid, they all started as the size of my thumbnail. They've increased in size 10 to 20 fold a piece. These ones were just tiny little primordia when I first hid them. I checked on them once in that 3-week period, and after returning, this is why I hide them. It's definitely worth doing, and it gives them the opportunity to release their spores so that you can eat more morel mushrooms next year. Morchella snyderi. Soil temperature 46.4 Fahrenheit. The day is May 1st. Canyonlands of Utah, northeast facing slope, in a mixed forest of fir, ponderosa pine, maple, acorn, cottonwood. I love when people leave stumps of morels on the side of the road. I also put some mushy ones in here because we're going to try to culture some. The reason is it leads me to these giant morels that are just off the side of the trail. It's like people think that they only grow on the side of the trail itself. So this is about 20 feet away from the main trail, and there's a pretty big one here in this wooded area, if I can get to it. By the way, bring an e-pad if you're old. And milk, egg cartons work great. Take you guys to this morel. Sometimes they're just a little bit off the track. There we go. It's a big one. They're really easy to walk right by, even giant morels. Ah, there it is. Look at this guy, he's hiding under this tree. It's about 4 inches. Beautiful Morchella snyderi. About 20 feet on the side of the trail that many people hike and don't go off of the trail. So you should go off the trail. My friend Joel showed me this site recently and brought me out here, so I just came to check on the progress of the ones that we hid, the morel mushrooms that we hid. Let's see if a few of them are still here. Haha! Yes, they are. about 2 inches long. And we're just leaving them to see how much they grow over time. So far, it's been 2 weeks. Oh, I should show you the uncover. Okay. It's been about 2 weeks. They've grown nicely. There are these creatures following me. They look like bees. They hover. And they seem to be very curious about me. It's hard to get them on video. Oh. They're darting back and forth. They're like little hummingbirds. This site is about 20 feet from a main drivable road in a canyon in Utah. And all I do is look for northeast facing slopes with a dominance of conifers. And following streams is generally a really good idea. I try to look for areas where I know that there has been pooling of water. In this region, we get lots of these burnt pine needles that are 1 to 6 years old. They take a minute to break down in some areas based on the moisture. But what I find is that the morels here, they grow in association with this specific mixture of soil. Sometimes there are cottonwoods and maples and acorns, but definitely dominant with the spruce and the ponderosa pine.